Okay, so this is just a glimpse at my current household for the Aspiration challenge. I don't have any challenge rules for it because it's something I kind of just like made up, I guess. There probably are some challenge rules out there, but I've never actually like created this into a challenge, so I don't have any rules to post. Basically how it goes is each generation has to complete a different aspiration, and I choose the aspiration based on the Sims traits. And so this is the first generation for that. So basically my only rules are I have to randomize all traits. I can't choose any of them or like redo them. Whatever I get, I have to give them. And also it has to be the firstborn, whether it's a boy or girl, doesn't matter. That Sim has to be the heir or heiress. Unless they die, then the sibling can be used as a spare. So I started off with Demi Greenwood, and she is romantic, loves the outdoors, and she's outgoing. So I just created her and created a Sim and tried to use as much stuff from Seasons as I could, because I have done this challenge before and I've completed it like once or twice, but and it's I think 30 generations. It's 30 right now with the two Jungle Adventures aspirations. I think it's at 30 or 31. So this is her house. It's not the house she started out in. She's actually moved since I first started. I downloaded this house off the gallery. It's just a really small 2-bedroom house. And I'm going to go inside. Okay, so this is Demi. She is currently writing a book, because that's what she does. It was hard to pick a career for her because I wasn't really sure what a romantic, outgoing, loves the outdoors kind of Sim might want to do for a career. So I chose to make her a writer. So she makes a lot of money from her royalties and from her career. They currently have $40,000 saved up. So I started in fall, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I started in fall with this. I've already been through the seasons twice over, I think. We're in spring right now. So Demi started out as a writer, and then she met Julian Perard, who lived across the street from her. I'm just going to show the neighborhood. They're in Willow Creek. And Julian lived in this house over here, and she started out, I don't even know where it was. It's in a different area of the neighborhood, I guess. And so she met Julian Perard. He was a single dad. He had a toddler daughter named Leonie. And oh, Julian's home now. That's good. There he is. So yeah, they met and they dated like for a really long time. Like because her aspiration is Soulmate. So she had to go on a lot of dates, not with different men, like still the same guy, but they dated things were very, very slow for these two. I'm actually going to get Demi to come out here. But yeah, I think it was a very slow start for these two. And then she slowly kind of had him over more often, and they were celebrating holidays together, and then he decided to move in with her, and then they bought this house together. So it was Demi, Julian, and his daughter Leonie. And also, they both have the same aspiration, so because they have very similar traits, and that's why I was happy when I found him. So he loves the outdoors, he's romantic, and he's family-oriented, so he's all about his kids. And he's almost an elder. Tomorrow he's going to be an elder. And I'm going to get them to go on a date because she is in the final stages of her aspiration. She needs to earn gold on 3 dates with a spouse. And so she's already had 2. They just need 1 more. So I'm going to get them to go out on a date. Also, so they got married, and then shortly after they got married, they had a daughter. Her name is Juliet. I chose the name Juliet because his name is Julien, and also because they're both romantic Sims. So when she got pregnant, I thought it was going to be either Romeo or Juliet. And so they had a girl, so her name is Juliet. Juliet is neat, and she's a music lover. And her aspiration is a musical genius. And she becomes a young adult in 8 days. Oh, and they also have a dog named Holly. Leonie doesn't live here anymore. She recently became a young adult and moved out with her friend Evie Delgado in Brindleton Bay. And so Yeah, she's not around. I can find her in here though. Leonie. This is Leonie in the blue sweater. And then Oscar Park is Juliet's friend. They're kind of starting a romantic relationship very slowly. He's not that receiving of it, but I was trying to get them together, but it's been a little bit difficult. Anyway, so this is just their house. They have a lot of money right now. They have $41,000 saved up for Juliet when she moves out. That's how I always play with with generations. I always want the next generation to have some money to start out with, and sometimes it's a lot of money. Sometimes it's no money, but I don't want to have to start out with nothing every single time. So I always pass some money along. So I'm going to ask, she's going to ask him out on a date. She's trying to help Juliet with her homework right now. Also, I used this hair from the Seasons pack. I really like it on her. And then on Demi, I used this one. She looks angry right now. Is she angry? No, she's not. He's tense from work. So he is a vice president. He works in business. Oh, this guy, Laurent Collins, I downloaded him from the gallery. He must have had custom content pants because he walks around with no pants now. So they're going to go to a restaurant because they're both really hungry. Let's go to the Shack or Jack's on 5th. Let's go to Jack's on 5th. I don't really remember the difference. They've been out to these restaurants a couple times because they have been on dates. They go on a lot of dates. These two are like madly in love. These Sims have like maxed relationships in like friendly and romantic. They're crazy about each other. I do have to perform 50 romantic gestures though to complete her aspiration, and I'm only at 18, so I do have some work to do with that. But I've been really enjoying this challenge. It's probably my favorite challenge to do because it takes a really long time, which I like. I like challenges that take a while. And this one, it's not a matriarchy like the Not So Berry challenge. It's just about women. But this one, it can be girls or boys can carry on the legacy. And I'm so sorry about the loading screen. They've been so much longer now that I've downloaded the seasons. Actually, since I downloaded the patch, they've been really bad. And I've noticed that a lot of people are having trouble in build mode as well. I don't, luckily, but I do have longer loading screens. Okay, so this is they're gonna go on their date. She looks really nice. They're gonna go to, which table should they have? I don't want to be right by the bathroom. That's not fun. Let's have this table. Or there's bathrooms everywhere. Okay, they're going to request this table. I thought that was Leonie, but it's not. I don't like this fountain here. I like this restaurant, but this fountain seems very out of place. I don't know. But this is the restaurant. I got this from the gallery. I like it. It's very fancy. There's a lot going on. This might be the restaurant, though, that has no alcohol on the menu, which I always find to be kind of a bummer. I can't remember, though, if it does or not. The music's a little loud. Okay, come and sit down. I'm sad he's going to be an elder tomorrow. I just don't feel ready for that. Oh, he's going to go to the washroom, like, immediately. Is she coming to sit down? Sit. They have been on a lot of dates. I've had them go ice skating. I did find a skating rink. They spawn near parks. Not in the park, but near the park. So I took them over to the Willow Creek Park, and that's where, I don't think you washed your hands. And that's where I took them skating. Let's order for table. Yeah, this one doesn't have much for alcohol. They'll get the fizzy fruit drink, and then they will get pizza. No. He's going to have a steak. They have a lot of money, so they can get anything they want, and she'll have the salmon. There we go. Yeah, this challenge is really fun. I didn't want to do it for a Let's Play because I felt like it would just take way too long, and I just like doing this one in my spare time. And I'll probably just do, if there's any interest, I'll probably just do like an update on the current household that I'm doing for like each generation maybe. And so this is the first one, and then I'll do one for Juliet as well. I've already got her eye on a house in Windenburg, so that's probably where she's going to move. She's going to have a lot of money when she moves out, probably close to $60,000, I would think. And I did think maybe Julianne and Demi could get a nicer house. You guys got to talk. You can't just sit there. I'm going to see if they can be funny. I did think about maybe getting them a nicer house and spending some of their money, but I don't know. I'd rather have them give it all to Juliet. I think that these two, they don't care too much about possessions or money. They're romantic. So really, all they care about is love and each other and all that sappy stuff. So yeah, their money doesn't mean a whole lot to them. And I feel like they're happy to give it to Juliet. Leonie, his first daughter, Leonie, kind of got, she kind of got the shaft because she didn't get anything when she moved out. She had to go live with her friend in an apartment. So, no, not an apartment. No, they're not in an apartment yet. They're still in Brindleton Bay. She had to get a roommate because she couldn't afford anything. So, yeah, Leonie is not really part of any of this, but I tried to care about her just as much as the other Sims, and I think I did an alright job. She was a dog lover. I gave her a golden retriever named Tommy. Okay, you can eat now. They're not they're not both playful, only she is. I downloaded Julianne and Leonie from the gallery, and I didn't know any of his traits when I downloaded him, and then it just so happened that they shared most of their traits. They had the same, 2/3 of their traits are the same. So I feel like I lucked out there. And so they got along instantly. I didn't really have any trouble with these two. What can I do? Enthuse about meal. So for the Aspirations challenge, I just tried to kind of live their lives according to what their traits are, like how I think they would want to live. Like these two, they go on a lot of dates. They spend a lot of time together. They're all about holidays and traditions because they both love their families and they both love each other. So they're just like, they choose to spend their money on having fun dates together. I was going to get them to go to Salvadorada just on like a trip, just the two of them. So that I will probably be doing that sometime soon too. And they won't be bringing their daughter with them. They go a lot of places alone. They've never actually brought their daughters to a restaurant before because they just appreciate their date time and they go on dates constantly. And they also love the outdoors. So I was going to get them to go camping, but I never got around to it. I think they care about their careers a little bit too much though. Like they're a little more advanced in their careers than what I would have wanted. I wasn't really thinking about that. I think going back, I wouldn't have had them get so many promotions. This date's not going very well. Knock knock joke. We don't have much time left. Well, I got him to be playful. Now she has to be playful, but oh, she's got to go to the bathroom real bad. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to be a gold date like what I was hoping. I thought it was going to be a gold date. Okay, just stop eating your food and go to the washroom. I do have a habit of my Sims peeing themselves on dates, so please go. Okay, I have given you permission. You may get up. Oh, how frustrating. Nope. Maybe if he stops talking to her. Yeah, go. Yeah, this didn't turn out to be a very good date. Date unsuccessful. Okay, we'll end the meal. Or end the date. And I guess he can go home. And she can go home. Yeah, that wasn't the date that I was hoping for. Mostly because I was talking through all of it, trying to give an idea of what life was like for Julianne and Demi. And now we get to enjoy another loading screen. So that's really fun. Also, this is the save where Sims kept dying. It was really fun. They didn't the second winter. The first winter they did. Back when Demi was living in her first house. Brent Hecking, one of the two, died on the street from being too cold because he was wearing his short shorts. And yeah, he froze to death. And then an elderly woman froze to death as well. And I'm looking around, like, nobody dresses in, like, cold weather outfits. They just wear whatever they want. Like Sims that are just walking around the town. And I'm thinking, like, well, no wonder you're dying. You're not dressed in cold weather. So I don't know if that's, like, a glitch with the game where people don't dress in cold weather outfits. I haven't noticed lately if they have been, since they moved to this house. I honestly haven't noticed, but it was really frustrating that people just kept dying. What's really funny, though, is when you just sit here and watch people walk along the street and they slip and fall and hurt themselves. Oh my god, is it ever funny. It's just great. Juliet, for some reason, is not even tired. She must have slept, and now she's up at 1:45 watching TV. So that's fine, I guess. Juliet is like a spitting image of her mother. I was actually really happy when she had red hair like her, because that's what I wanted. But she looks like Demi so much. She looks nothing like her dad, which I kind of think is okay. Also, we could probably turn the thermostat off, because it's currently cloudy and cold. I'll turn it off. They only react to the temperature inside the house if it's either like a heat wave or freezing. Also, with this save, I experienced my first blizzard, which was really fun, and thunderstorm. The weather in Willow Creek is really interesting. There's a lot of extremes. It goes from one extreme to another. Think about family member. He's thinking about his daughter. Okay. One thing I don't like with the new patch is that when when a sim dies, whether they like had a relationship with them or not, even if they knew them, like why do you keep waking up? With Lily, this Lily Fang girl, he barely knew her, like no relationship at all. You're annoying me. Stay in your bed. Yeah, it's really weird. He won't stay asleep. What if I make him nap on the couch? Yeah, he barely knew this Lily girl. She died, and he had a sad moodlet for so long, and he barely even knew her. And so that kind of annoys me. It's one thing if they know the sim. I don't know why he can't stay asleep. Like, what's happening? Is he too playful? He's wearing warm clothing. He's happy with it. Well, that's annoying. I honestly can't figure out why and he's like yawning. He's like, man, am I ever exhausted. Yeah, what are you, an insomniac? Like, he just can't sleep? I feel like if this was part of the game, there would be a moodlet saying that, like, he can't sleep or something. I don't think this is part of the game. I think this is a glitch with my game. He's exhausted. Like, just let him sleep. But everybody else is going to be up soon. Oh my god. Okay, well, you're just going to pass out. That's all there is to it. It's really weird. So Juliet, she is a musical sim, so she plays the violin and the piano, technically. I mean, she only has keyboards, but in her nice new house, she will have a piano for sure. She's a neat music lover, so she is going to have a very put-together house. I think my favorite part about this challenge is getting their houses ready and kind of furnishing and decorating their house according to what I guess how I think they would like it, like according to their traits. And another thing I like about this is finding out what a Sim's traits are going to be. She's going to be a young adult in, how many days did I say? 7 days. And I'm excited to see what her final trait is. The evil trait is my least favorite. I hate when my Sims are evil, because I never know how they're supposed to live their lives. I just don't know what to do. But yeah, this is my current household. So I don't know if it's super non-interesting to kind of check in with a household that you don't know and you haven't followed their story and you know nothing about them. Or if it's just interesting to see kind of what I'm doing or where I am with the challenge. But next time I will do a little update video on Juliet and where she's at in life. I don't have any major plans for her other than to just complete her musical genius aspiration. And we'll see where it goes. Thanks for watching.